All right, celebrity quiz. What do Oprah, Ellen, Halle Berry, Barbara Bush, and Billy Joel all have in common? They've actually all suffered from depression, and they took steps to get over themselves. So joining me now is psychologist Samantha Madhosingh. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for being here.
It's my pleasure. I really am excited to share this information because there's so many people who suffer from depression for whom the holidays are such a difficult time.
Right, and you were talking about this. It's just intensified over the holidays, the depression, right?
Yes, a lot of people think that the rates of depression increase during the holidays, that more and more people get depressed during this time, but that's not actually true. What really happens is that the people who do suffer from depression, their feelings of loneliness and sadness gets intensified.
Okay, all right. So you brought some props. I always love the props. So what can these props tell us?
Well, the props tell us there's a 5-point quiz just for helping people to figure out whether or not they might have some mild symptoms of depression. Okay. So the first one is, do you use food, drugs, or alcohol, or even sex as a means of coping with stress, with bad feelings, with things that are going on? So you look for comfort in things that feel comforting at the time, but they're not really serving you. So they're not doing you very good to fill yourself with food or alcohol or drugs or even sex, on a regular basis to get over things that you aren't able to cope with otherwise.
Okay.
And the second thing is you may find yourself really moody or angry all the time, irritable, and you take those things out on the people around you, the people who you love, who you really want to connect with, but your mood is interfering in the relationship. Okay. And then the third thing is that you are stuck in the past. A lot of people, things happened 5, 10, 15, I've known people even 50 years ago, and they're still stuck back there. They're still revisiting that stuff. You cannot move forward in your life if you're stuck in the past.
Right.
It's really, really difficult to do that.
I feel like that's such a common one, the past. So how do you really get over that? Because sometimes something will trigger it, a memory, and you think about it, but you try to push it away. So is there something just to move on?
It's really about being present. And I'll talk more about that when I talk about the ROAR formula. I just wanted to get a couple more points in terms of the symptoms of depression. So the fourth one is being really negative and judgmental and critical all the time. We have a little voice in our heads, and for a lot of people it's super negative. And we use that just to kind of berate ourselves and be really negative towards ourselves, judgmental and critical. But also we use it with other people. So we're always gossiping about other people. We're always saying negative things about other people. We're never happy for anybody else. Right. And then the last one is either this sort of one of two extremes. Either you blame everybody else for everything that happens in your life. So you take absolutely no responsibility for everything, and everything is because of somebody else. Right. The other side of that are people who you feel that everything is your fault. So no matter what it is that happens out there, it's because of you. You caused everything to happen. So these things with the food, the drugs, those are the things that they feel bad about, and this is what they use to be able to cope with it.
Right, okay. Now you mentioned the ROAR formula, inspired from a popular Katy Perry song, right?
Yes, I love Katy Perry's song, and it's called ROAR. And the gist of it is that I'm a champion, right? And it's about finding your inner voice and allowing that to come alive and to share that with everybody. And so I found that very inspirational. And it even inspired me to sort of take more steps into my own life and to come alive myself. And so you were asking me what people can do to overcome these symptoms of depression. Right. And ROAR stands for, the R is for recognize. Realize that there's a problem and that these negative thoughts, they're not serving you. They're not helping you. Right. And the second part of that is that you can change your thoughts. So a lot of people look at me like I have two heads whenever I say that, right? What do you mean I can change my thoughts? They're automatic. Well, the truth of the matter is that's not the case. You can change your thoughts. You can refocus your mind from being super negative to being much more positive. The O is for overcome. You cannot focus on the things that happened in the past. It's time to let it go. The more present you are, the more focused you are on the today, not even the future that's not promised, and we don't know what's going to happen in the future. So people worry so much about the future, they're filled with anxiety and dread and fear. That doesn't work for you, right? So you want to live in the present moment, and that's how you overcome the past.
Okay.
The A is about action. All of this is about taking action. Action speaks louder than words. Talk is cheap. If you want anything to change, you have to change. And so you have to take action, take steps in order to make those things happen. And the last R is revitalize you. I used to suffer from depression, and I can tell you that it sucks the life out of you. And it's really important to take care of yourself, to fill yourself up with fuel to energize you. So you want to eat healthy, you want to exercise, you want to think positive thoughts. That's really helpful. The main things that I do to help people right now is practice gratitude, kindness, and love, and compassion. So not just for everybody else around you, because a lot of people are really good to everybody else,
right,
but they're really rotten to themselves.
Right.
And you want to do that for yourself as well.
All right, Samantha, we're out of time. I could talk to you all morning about this. You are fantastic. Can you tell our viewers where they can go for more information and, you know, maybe to pick up your book if they wanted to?
Sure, on emotionalwellness.com, and I'm also on Facebook, The Emotional Wellness Doctor.
All right, well, thanks again for being here. You're fabulous.
My pleasure. Thank you.